So recently I repaired a decorative top to a mirror. It was pretty ornate. During a move, part of it had broken off. What I'm doing here is drilling holes into the existing piece, and I'm going to cut some wire to insert in there and glue in place, and that will provide structural support for the piece as I build up, in addition to what has been broken off and lost. So there I've glued the rods in place, and I'm taking an epoxy here that it dries pretty quick in about 5 minutes or so. So I add some material, work it into position, and if I need more, I'll come back and add to it. It adheres real well to itself, as it does the existing wood. So I'm just trying to form it with my fingers here to kind of get a somewhat close resemblance to what I think it would have looked like, the original part of it there. It's important to use gloves with this type of epoxy. It's got some really nasty solvents in it, and it's not something you just want to have on your hands a lot. So here I'm taking a rotary tool, a Dremel tool, and I'm going to kind of rough carve it. I started into that, and I didn't have the control I really needed, so I came back with an X-Acto knife, and I'm just slicing it here and there to kind of form it into the shape that I'm hoping to do. It's very hard material, very durable, but it can be cut, it can be sanded, carved. So it's a great material to work with for this type of repair. So I'm cutting out these low spots, as you see in the existing areas. Just trying to duplicate the overall look and texture the best that I can. And then right there where the epoxy attaches to the wood, you want to try to blend that in the best you can, and kind of have a good smooth transition from the epoxy material to the existing wood. So this is the back of the mirror, and I'm going to do the same with it. I really do love challenges like this. I really enjoy what I do for a living, and yeah, things that are a real challenge, I do thoroughly enjoy. It's a lot art, some science as well, and I enjoy that combination. It's a little bit tedious doing some of this, but you know, it takes time, and it makes a big difference when you're spending time with the details, as opposed to really rushing through it. This entire repair took me about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Of course, I've got it sped up and condensed down to whatever it is, 8 minutes or so. So now that I have the rough shape, I flipped it over to the back, and I'm going to sand that smooth, and then kind of contour it as well over the edges to have it kind of roll over and not have any real hard edges. And now I'm going to take some markers, both dye and pigment type of markers, to color it in, get it to blend as far as the colors go. With these markers, there's never just like one color that you'll use. If you kind of look at the wood, you'll see different depth to it, different variations of brown, and darker shadows, and so you'll use multiple dyes and pigments to blend all that in and give it the desired look. It's always best when you're doing this. You'll do several layers, walk away from it, give your eyes a break, come back, and kind of take a fresh look at it and see what it needs. So back to the front, what I've done here is I'm mixing up acrylic paints in different colors. They're metallic, and they'll imitate the existing colors pretty well. It'd be really hard to tell that it's repaired when the thing's finally done. So again, I'll kind of start with a base color, and then I'll add some shadows, darker blends of that same family of colors, and get it all blended in. Fortunately, with these kind of repairs, when I'm coloring like this, if I do something that I'm not particularly happy with, there's ways to always reverse what I've done, and go back a step or two or three, and pick up wherever I feel like I need to go in a little different variation. So I'm kind of filling in some areas here, the recessed areas, and creating kind of some shadow type effects. And it's going to help age it as well. When I'm finished with this, I'm going to spray a little lacquer on it too, and that will kind of help blend in everything as well. It's always important to kind of blend in, or not just color the part that's repaired, but the colors that I'm using to repair, to build that part, I'll use those same colors to blend into the surrounding area as well. So that's the finished product when I delivered it back to my client. I was pretty pleased with it, and it seemed like he was as well. So all in a day's work.